Good day and welcome back to Elementary 72 Gaming. Now, I am post-merger on Vega. Now, as you can see, the map has changed drastically for us, and if anybody is going to criticize the decision that the company made, I get you. It's fair. We have switched over to the Criminal Syndicate. We are the villains of the story. Now, yes, we did switch from kind of good guys to kind of very bad guys. Basically, we just run away from the pirates. We syndicate, so we operate with the pirates and we smuggle things around and we fix the business, right? So that's the role of the syndicate. That's actually the real role of syndicates in reality. But nonetheless, let's keep moving forward. So, as a catch to switching factions, there's this massive catch over here. Yep, as you can see, my faction rank has dropped. I'm at the lowest of the low, and now I need to actually buff it up and get moving on this. So I have 3 tasks in Brightwood. Brightwood is my favorite area of the map. It's actually the area I'm the most proficient in, so I'm likely going to spend a crazy amount of time trying to pick things up here. Okay, I'm going to head all the way down there. So, here comes the ugly old grind for XP, for a little bit extra ease in the game. I could just go straight up and open up the faction, the outpost rush, and try and get that done. However, I have this aching feeling that I'm still not going to get any rewards from it. You can contribute as much as you like. That game mode is just so busted. I don't know what they did to it, but it doesn't count your contributions. You can jump in 101 times in the week. You can set up doors. You can kill enemies. Obviously, I'm talking about the non-player enemies. But when you fight players, if the other team overwhelms you, and even if you assist, you still don't get credit. So, bravo to Amazon on that. It's one of the reasons why that game mode sucks. And obviously, if you're hearing the complaints, you understand that I really hate the mode. And there's a reason why I'm gonna hate it, because PvE is as important as PvP. Actually, PvE is way more important than PvP. My bad on that. But yeah, they should be making sure that rewards are consistent, even for those who do not participate in direct battle. That means those who take zones, those who attempt to take zones should get instant recognition. Are you kidding me? I just got scooped. I hate this here. The server is a bit too heavy at the moment. Too many people around. Sorry about that. Now, as you can see, Vega is an entirely different it's a completely different arena, and with the increased numbers, we're gonna get a lot of those PvP nuts who go crazy and kill everybody. I am not going flag on this server. I am not stupid enough to waste all my gold on repairing things just to get killed to make a small buck or two, when there are so easy ways to get the rare materials now. I think that the devs made the biggest mistake of their life. They're gonna see a massive decrease in players who want to play the game in the next 2 to 3 months with the way they set things up. Now, obviously, if you are watching this, you would have gotten a hold of my other video. I don't upload every single day like I should. I actually do make videos just about every day. It's just that some videos get edited out by me so far that I drop to less than 5 minutes, and those videos will not make it into anything. They'll just disappear like they never existed. Actually, there's 2 videos that are supposed to go up that still need editing on my YouTube, but I'm not about to release them anytime soon, unfortunately. Yeah, that's just the way that it is. I have a ton of those videos, just by the way, for anybody who wanted to know about it. And the reason why I don't publish them is I have a habit of talking about a lot of things when I'm just randomly playing, and I have a habit of keeping my emotion out of things. It's one of the key features that makes me me. I can be hardcore calculating, or I can be as no, I can be as cynical as I wanna be. But nonetheless, not cynical, or I can be emotional if I wanna be. I have a good method of switching on and off my emotions. I just remove the silliness from anything that I'm doing, and I can see what I can do. Now I could jump into any one of these runs, however, because of the new server and the amount of lag I had on entering, I am actually trying to stay away from doing too many heavy things. I might actually go to the island first. Never know, might be fun. This here also might be some fun. I'm not sure if I shouldn't. Well, let's see. Nope, this was a bad idea. Get out of here quickly, quickly. Way out of there. When your health drains too quickly, running is sometimes the only option you have. Oh. No. I didn't like that. I unfortunately messed up royally on that one. It looks like they buffed things again. And honestly, considering the fact that I say this just about any game, when you make it the 10 leveled rule that you can't damage an enemy who's 10 above you, an enemy who's 10 below you should not be able to damage you either. So it should work vice versa, both ways around. However, for the interest of keeping things competitive, they make sure that you can take damage. However, they don't add resilience buffs to you, so they don't do tickle damage to you when they that far below. And especially elites, they generally puff them up for no reason. So yeah, I really lost bad there, and not to a lack of skill, to a lack of sense in terms of development. Now I understand why it is done, but you know, everybody has their way of venting silly mistakes. Honestly, my last death to a PvE activity is now, let's see, since Sunday, and this is Tuesday, so yeah, it's 3 days. So 3 days ago was the last time I died to a PvE activity. I'm actually planning something for a Christmas this thing. I always do a Christmas greeting every single year. It's just the way that I am. So yeah, let's see how things go. I'm honestly not enjoying the fact that I am purple right now. This feels so sucky. I'm low level all over again. It's like reversing your entire play for months just to... Honestly, it's so stupid. It's a PvP move. I can't believe I was part of a silly PvP move. I really hate myself for it. I honestly think they need to fix PvP. Our PvP is unbalanced. A tank is somebody who generally can hold out against large amounts of damage. Beating a tank should be the equivalent of 5 players in hardcore, full DPS and assault, right? A full DPS team with maximum DPS should only be able to take out a tank with a full 5-man team in a single shot. They should be hard to take down, they should be resilient to most crowd control, and they should have a lot of positive aspects to their particular plays. So once the shield goes up, you shouldn't be able to penetrate the shield. just like you can't on a lot of enemies. When they put their shields up, you have to stun to break them. But the thing is, in Outpost Rush, in Wars, lag is such a big thing, and getting around a tank is so easy because of heightened dexterity. Now, heightened dexterity should leave you with no physical damage. It should leave you with peanuts at the end of it. You should be doing a 2 or 3 damage with just pure dexterity in your build. And I think that would be something fair for the devs to look at, trying to balance out. They haven't actually applied enough logic to the builds. I know that I don't like balances in the middle of the game, but if they want to balance their PvP, they need to balance those factors out. Especially with players versus the environment, we aren't getting any type of positive feedback. I should say positive feedback, but it isn't really positive feedback. We aren't getting any type of positive effects when it comes to using our gear and skills. They actually have been blockading the end game of the game by making sure that enemies feel tough. Let me just show you what I mean. This is a level 29. Oh, you saw that there, right? I literally made impact, but I couldn't inflict any damage. 1-7. If you saw what I was doing against that tentacle, the tentacle's health is insane. In 10 levels, I as a player cannot go up by that much of health, right? In 10 levels, I'm not getting 200 points in constitution, even if I was a pure tank. That means that they messed up royally, and they're counting on other things for us to try and equate their characters. Bosses shouldn't be able to break tanks as fast as they break them. That is a glitch in their strategy. They're actually making tanks play dynamic against certain bosses. Now, if you know who I'm referring to in terms of bosses in the game, I'm actually referring to Genesis and Lazarus. Dynamic tanks mean that a tank has to substitute some sort of dexterity into his build, or he has to substitute for some sort of stam regen. Now, I don't really agree with that. It's a bit stupid. It doesn't make enough sense. I'm actually underpowering my health potion. I can actually go all the way to infuse if I wanted to. And there's one of my perks of my weapon, which don't always kick in. Yeah, that's something else. Weapon perks for us and healing perks have subjects to us where we so much of work just to get this here. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pick up my loot because it's all in the water. I don't really need it for the sake of loot. I need it for the sake of improving other things like the skill drops and all of those crazy things that are now in the game. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. Okay, let's see. This wasn't what I intended to cross through, but let's go for all the chests. And you'll see what I mean in a second. Yeah, let's put that back on. There are some enemies on this island who you just can't beat solo, and at night this island is really insane. I like how I did that one. I forced him to stay back. That allowed me to have some space so that I can attack this guy. Just look at that. Oh yeah, and they remove chain damage. So you can't really stack your damage onto anybody by applying it to a weaker opponent, if you get what I'm saying. Or you can't really link force damage to the minions when the force doesn't have high resilience. And here's something for honest consideration for anybody who thinks I'm over-exaggerating their levels. I can survive in a level 66 zone fighting 1v1 with just about the same health loss that I do against these guys in this low level zone. But when I face a number in the low level zone, the amount of damage that I take is generally the same as that from one of the high level zones. Now I need to get this guy out of the way. This is one of the places I hate fighting in because the amount of enemies that will just rush in here are super heavy. This is what I was after. And there's one more down near the water, but the ghost will kick my butt if I go there without full health. Oh no, it's not this one, it's further down. So yeah, I'll just go up, I'll take care of whatever I need to, get whatever I can. I hope that somebody is up here. It will make this trip a lot easier. Because I know there's so many ghosts that spawn at night, and if there's other people in the area, that means that I just have to kill a limited number of enemies to get whatever I want done. Oh no, an explosion this close. Woo! I like doing that. Yeah, when you stun them with that attack of theirs, they break it and then they'll redo it in about a minute. They also have a cooldown by the looks of it. We don't have anything like it, right? We don't have any type of defensive mode where we put out a ton of DPS. There's nothing of the sort that we have. We don't even have a ricochet assault form at any point with anything that we players have. So So yeah, so overall, whoa. When all did they come from? I didn't hit anything that close. And he had damage done to him. Plus what was dropped on me was one of the player type attacks. I know it anywhere because that is a Mage's Assault. Seen so many times before. When I pulled aggro off somebody who was just above me. Like I said, I was just hoping if there was somebody else around, making my job slightly easier. Oh no, this poor thing. There's a reason why I don't like this coast in particular. Now look at that. Runs around outside. I am very fortunate that he did it. I only need 2 more chests. I can get that without much problem. 1 more inside this room and 2 more outside here. There's it again. That stupid runaway effect. That is so silly. It should be dead anytime now anyway. Just look at that. Finally. Down it goes. Again, yeah, I'm really complaining a lot about the game. I'm not really enjoying this game enough. And that's just me being honest. If I was being honest about my rating of the game, it's undoubtedly going downhill really fast, and that's because they made the game change its nature, right? I honestly said this was a good game. It had good mechanics, it was based well enough, it was fairly balanced. Now it isn't. It's just another PvP nuts game, right? That's just about as good as a comment as you can get for it, and when I say PvP nut, I don't mean anything nice by it. So yeah, that's my way of saying this game has gone downhill so fast that it can beat the Titanic to the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, that's a fair assessment of New World, if I'm correct. It's on the way down. They've made the big mistakes. They're niching their community towards PvP. And one thing to remember about PvP players is they have a low retention for games where they don't have easy kills. So by losing the PvE community, the PvP guys are going to go crazy. They're going to start fighting with each other. When they aren't winning easy wars and they don't have anything going their way, the complaints will start about each and every style of gameplay that you can have. And within a month, you can trust me on this here, we're going to see a ton of I know what I'm doing now, but anyway. Get out of here quickly. There's chests all along this route out. It's one of the easiest routes in and out of this place, by the way. In case you ever want to make a quick route in and out of this place. that actually is hurting. 4K plus the heavy recoil. They chasing way too far. What is going on here? And you'll see the crucial flaw with this in a sec. Oh, okay, you didn't see it. Normally they have this horrible method to how they fight you, and that is that they disappear the moment that you get them all the way down. This guy will go down easy. You can see I have a empowered buff coming into me. That's from my triple strikes non-stop. So this is one of my favorite places. I used to love doing it as Covenant. I hate doing this as Syndicate. The crime. The crime. Oh boy. There's a big ugly guy in this town. I know that he's here somewhere. Just put your body to rest tonight. You know what? A boss might be a little bit more fun to show you the discrepancy in power and how it is absurd that they have as much power as they have. Okay, wait, no, never mind. I'm a bit too powerful for these bosses. The level 35 area, this is just next to an elite. They should have a good chance of giving me elite items. Well, as you can see, this has just been the most boring run ever. I honestly would like to get along with some other people, but I don't see that happening on this particular server anytime soon. Oh yeah, yeah, it is. I was just looking for how far away I was from this spawn actually. There's no use in skipping this. This is like one of the biggest XP rewards that you can get your hands on. So if you see them, go for them. If you're going through there because of a mission, go at it. Pick up as much as you possibly can. Once you have it all, move back up to the cities. Trust me, the markets may be very, very bad during a merge, but give it a week or two and the prices are going to skyrocket. Especially considering the fact that I'm on the server and I like to fix. Obviously you can see that I have some money making schemes. I was sitting at just below 1k this morning when I started the game and I'm already at 3.2. So yeah, things are gonna go heavy for me. Obviously doing missions is like one of the easiest things to get your money up first thing in the day, so 3 missions. Unfortunately my 3 had to be delayed until I completed the faction mission, which they have really made slow because they slowed down spawns. Eve Echoes may make a small return to my gaming times, and it's not for the reason that you think. It's not because I want to see what the game is doing. I actually was impressed with what the devs are doing in terms of trying to keep the community strong. They're giving them community events, they're using the content creators from the community. I'm not about to go in I'm not about to go and change things up for the content. I'm not about to go and interfere with the way things are right now. Okay, I can see why. I'm not getting over that hill. I was actually in the wrong spot. I know that for sure because I use the shortcut just about every single day. So the way that I rig the market up is I'll go for an item that is ridiculously cheap, and I'll super mark it up. I'll pull it up by um, 10 or 20, pull it up by a nice margin. Then I'll go in with a nice large stack, which is after everybody undercuts for a few hours, and I'll start to average it out with the undercut. Now that's going to give us a good point to keep things at. Unfortunately, we have some guys who have a bad habit of super undercutting to keep their market flowing. You know, you get those guys who just don't want to play the market properly. They just want to get their sales done instantaneously, so they'll mark up like 0.1 or 0.2, and it'll ruin the whole day for people like me who will spend 30 to 40,000 gold on the market in an instant, and you know, we end up with the problems. I actually enjoyed when the markets were separated. It made my job of interfering with the market so easy. I know that sounds bad, but yeah, it was so easy because I just had to rig things as I wanted to. Just look at that. Angry little wood dog. The jitteriness that you are seeing is actual jitteriness that I am having today. I have no clue why it happened. There's a reason why I want to do this here, right? I know if I go around this way, there is another grove of ironwood trees, and then I can cut through the inside of this place. Oh, maybe not. I'll cut through the inside of the place and kill my last two dogs, because there's two dogs on the entry on the other way. So yeah, let's have a look at the other side of the river. I know when I'm in the spot to cross. I'm in the spot to cross. You cross at this particular node, and I see one ironwood tree. No, I don't see any ironwood trees. I might be in the wrong spot. Or they might be chopped down. They chopped down. Yeah, the ironwood is down. That is just so sad. But anyway, let's go back into the Angry Earth Grove. Let's murder them quickly. They should have been protecting my ironwood. You know, it's my ironwood now. I know that's a bit pretentious, but you know, I feel that I can be me. I can just do as Elementary does when I'm speaking in the channel, but not really do as I do when I'm playing the game, because that is like so sad. Oh yeah, and the spawns are like super messed up, by the way, in case anybody wanted to know how bad things are. Things are spawning so slow that what previously used to take people like 2 minutes is now taking 4 and 5 minutes. Now where is this dog? There's a dog which lurks here. This dog is in his place. I actually just sit and skin this dog a second time. Normally this dog is the fastest to spawn, but I'm really surprised at the fact that the other dog wasn't up, because by the time one person goes through, the next dog is up already. Just the way that this place is, and I'm so shocked. As you can see, I'm really low on my gypsum counts. I need to get the topaz gypsum and the opal gypsum, and you know, there's 101 different types of gypsum. You know what? These guys aren't that tough, so let's go perforation, obliteration, and let's get to the ground. Just because you tried to power up against me, silly little angry Arth. This archer is going to have a bad day. That's what happens when you bear a card. Some elemental nut will come through and kill you. Didn't they teach you in guard school? Never let elementary through. They'll just slaughter you. Okay, now as you can see, I've cleared out this entire section of guards. These were very fast spawns. These spawns were so insane that people used to farm them. And now as you can see, they take forever. I'm still busy on collecting legendary weapons. So much to do. Alright, now that is done, I can cut up to this place here. I've already farmed the other ironwood farm on the route up, so that is gone. Oh, that's not the right leading to the city. It's not 300 meters. This is so wrong. That is so right. I don't mind running through this here. The ghosts can't kill me, and simply put, the other things aren't going to hurt me enough. When they super buffed Lady Genevieve and Little Simon, I couldn't take them down anymore, so I used to ignore them completely. In terms of fishing, I'll go out to the depths when I'm feeling like I can actually fight there for a bit, and then I can actually get done with whatever I want to get done with. So yeah, that's where I go for my relaxation time. I do need turkeys. I need 15. And I'll know when I'm at 15 because of the turkey count. Whoa, they put 55s down here. I thought they were 45s. I'm not really worried about my Brightwood reputation. My Brightwood reputation is 32. My Everfall is 30 plus, and it turns out that the reputation rewards aren't there. So when you have high reputation on a house, you just get display rights, which is pointless. You know what? Let's do this here. Now, obviously, I made it very ambiguous. I always say I'm game, no matter what it is that people ask. Although I can't really DPS very well, but I can DPS. And that's not even a lie. People are going to PvP flag like mad over here. Winter Warriors quest is level 3. So yeah, I'm at reputation rank 3 in the Winter Warriors. If you up it, that means you get more chances for the infusion items. I'm calling them infusion items because that's basically what they are. If you've played other games, you know infusions are when you mix perks and things like that. Basically, you can get better. Mine is more my thing, to be honest. If anybody has been paying attention to my channel, you'll know that I love expeditions. Expeditions are my go-to for whatever I want to do. Whew. So let's see. Once I get to the town, I'm going to actually call it there. I'm not covering the winter event. I'm just giving a piece of advice. I don't know what's going on in that event. I'm struggling with it quite a bit. I'm not really happy with the way the server has been running, because on my previous server I could not get into a team without having to have flag. So because of that, I just ignored the entire thing. I sat in a team flag for 5 hours, and after that my entire game went totally wrecked. Okay. Where is he? Okay, let me just take this here quickly before I leave this town, because I can come here anytime I want to. This still is my free spot. Oh yeah, I forgot this is loud. Hello.